Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ROP, Run of Play podcast, where we discuss all things football, in particular the EPL. We are back, the full house, apart from Dixon. Hope you join us soon. But the full house is here. We have Jude. How are you feeling, Mr. Jude?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
Feeling good.
I'm glad you're wearing
Glad
your
we're
jersey.
entering a new weekend.
Yes, represent. Hey.
I'm ready for the title.
All right.
That's
And we
of
also
Enzo
got my
Maresca.
guy. We also got Mr. Johnny Boy. He doesn't want to represent today because he's
Still
flip
no
flopping.
love.
How are you
Just,
feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling ecstatic today. Arsenal just won, so that's a good feeling after the rubbish
Yes.
weekend we had. But it's good to be back on the W. So yeah,
And we also got the Arsenal hater, Ten Hag defender, Ten Hag out crooner, and now Amorim staunch defender, Mr. Sean T. How are you feeling today, Sean?
So in other words, a Man U fan now, right? I
No, no,
support the
no, no,
club
no,
and the manager,
no.
whichever manager it is. But I'm doing
Jude
well.
is also a Man U fan, and
Yeah,
yes.
I'm doing well. It hasn't been as much of a new manager bounce, I guess, as
Yeah.
we expected. But yeah, good times nonetheless,
All right.
or good vibes nonetheless.
Yeah, good to have you back. Even though you ran away after the game at the Emirates, but it's all good. It's all good. We can. Yeah,
No,
forgive
it's
no,
him.
fine.
you wish I ran away.
No, you
Um,
ran away. You ran away.
no, okay. I mean, I'll just take the opportunity to
No, we
give my
don't. We
thoughts.
don't. It's okay. We
You
everybody
don't
have
want to
agreed.
hear?
We all said you ran away. It's
Okay.
fine. Let's just proceed. Yeah.
Take it like that.
Yeah. So yeah, what's the feeling? You guys could not beat Nottingham Forest. What's your feeling? You said let's start with you, Sean, because you said the new manager bounce was not bouncing. What's happening? Is it are
So
you?
mixed feelings, right? That's what my feelings are. They're mixed. Because on one hand, Amorim, I think, wisely let us know that we would see an idea. He promised us an idea essentially.
What's an idea
With
now?
no
Okay.
no no. I mean, I'm that's what I'm saying is mixed feelings. On one hand, he promised us an idea that we might not see the results per se, but you will see a clear style of play. He has also been deliberate to call the team a big club, but not a big team. He has been deliberate about the risk that he's taking, with rotating the squad like this, and the fact that, it's a risk he's willing to take to get the results now, or to get like the work done now instead of waiting till the summer. So you pack all that to one side. The other hand of the mixed feeling, right, is that, hey, like, we're 13th on the table, like, we need to be putting points on the board. Right. So it's mixed feelings. And the reason why I'm still kind of calm is that the manager quite clearly seems like he knows what he's talking about. So the mixed feelings I have, I think he also shares them. So that makes me, so because the game against Forest, for example, for the first half, like, we dominated them. Like, it was a complete, and that's the idea of his. I mean, Forest was supposed to be one of the better teams in the league, and you could say that maybe
No,
that's played
they
out
are no, I
over the.
suppose they showed
Yeah,
by the
They,
result
yeah,
they,
and
they
yeah,
have
and
to.
you
and
could say that, that played out
yeah.
over the course of 90 minutes, right? But, like, the first 45 minutes, it seemed like, yes, this is exactly what we're looking for,
Yeah, like you
with
guys
some
were the
minor,
home
like,
team, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, with some minor. I mean, considering where we're coming from, the season previously prior to Amorim and last season, I think in terms
Ah.
of possession, in terms of the how comfortable we looked on the ball, off the ball, with the exception of, like, the attack. Obviously, everybody knows the attack is bad, but defense looked solid, midfield looked solid, and then Onana just had, like, a moment of madness, and everything went downhill from there. So the manager obviously has, aside from the tactical side of things, there is a personality or character problem with the squad, right? They don't know how to handle adversity. So usually,
Agenda.
like, like, if we concede a goal, chances are another goal is coming right behind it quickly, right? If we concede a goal, depending on the time we concede the goal, all of them, their heads drop. They lose faith or they lose confidence. Basically, it looks like now we can't defend corners again because every corner against us now, everybody's shaking. That's a mental problem, right? This is a safe space where I can confess. Like, I understand the psychology behind that, because
Set
I don't get
pieces.
me wrong, but after the first football we ever played in CU, I scored one goal. The first football we ever played. Since that day, I was afraid of corner kick. So even if I'm the tallest person basically in the team, I'm not putting my head anywhere near corner kick when it comes to defending it because I couldn't get over that mental. So I hope that's a part of the team I think is really that's really affecting them. So I have confidence in the manager. I have confidence in what he's doing. Um, I just think now we need to move from the theoretical to the practical. So enough rotation. But now I think you should understand, in the team that you have right now, I think by now you should know your best 11, right? Find a way to keep everybody in the squad happy. But I don't want to see Dalot instead of Mazraoui. Mazraoui is a better player, right? So if it comes down to two positions, Mazraoui should always come first. Find a solution for Garnacho because Garnacho shouldn't be playing in that number 10 place. I don't think it's the best. So find a solution there, and then find a solution for the striker. Højlund is not in form. Xerxes also don't know what to expect from him. Rashford don't know what to expect from him either. So find those solutions for those three things, and I think we'll be okay.
Okay, Jude, I could see you are trying to react, but I'm sure everyone else on the panel knows that when you're playing Nottingham
Maybe
Forest,
Jenny boy.
Nottingham Forest will always give you possession. So them conceding possession to you does not mean you're dominating. But Jude, how did you see the game?
Exactly.
Six or half a dozen, sure.
I think I'll start from the goal conceding Sean was talking about when the character and everything. I think it plays more on captaincy. The Bruno Fernandes. Whenever we consider a goal, his spirit is down. That's not what you need from a leader.
Capitano, it's your
He
captain.
looks like a baby crying. I think he needs to man up and bring in that
Leadership.
ginger, that leadership, like boost the guys. Don't lose ball and start crying or waving your hand. That's why Rashford will see the same thing and not even bother when he loses the ball. Do you understand? Like there's that format among the characters of all these players. So that I think he needs to step up, or maybe I feel like it's time they switch the captaincy from him and give it to somebody who is bringing his A list to the game. That's what I feel.
Onana. Because Onana is one of your best players this season. You know, he
Dalo,
has one of the
Dalo
highest.
shout.
He has one of the highest clean sheets in the Premier League this
Onana
season.
just stepped up. He's not one of my best.
Yeah, he just stepped up. And
Maguire
even the step
has
up
been a
stuff.
captain before as well. No, he's been one of your captains, isn't it?
No, I can't go
I
back to
felt
Maguire.
I felt like for the starting lineup, I feel like he should have kept the same starting lineup as against Arsenal and probably bring in Ahmad. That was what I felt.
Yeah,
That
but
was what I
your
was
fans were saying
expecting.
that he's doing preseason now. He's just doing his preseason, trying
He's
to
doing it
figure
now,
out.
but that's the
his
only thing. We
players,
just have
his
to have
starting
that
11.
patience. We
Wait,
cannot
apart from
kill him.
apart
We just
from
have to
Ahmad,
support him and see what he's doing.
apart from
The
Ahmad,
good thing
there's
is
no other
that
person that
he's
started against us now. Okay, it's only Ahmad and I think Maguire, right? Those are the two subs he made for United.
No, but Mazraoui has
Mazraoui
probably
now,
been our
Mazraoui
best.
came in.
Dalo played against Arsenal as well.
He did, and he played it.
No, Mazraoui did Mazraoui start? Mazraoui did
No,
not
he
start
didn't
this
start. So
one
it's
now.
just
He didn't start
Ahmad,
this one, no.
just
And that's
Ahmad,
what I'm saying now. Like
and who again entered for
me, I still don't believe. I will pardon him for rotation, but I don't believe in Dalo playing the left wing. He should just stick to Dalo playing that right wing. That left wing was just like we had a minus. I don't know.
Yeah.
Attack. Fuck. Oh, sorry. Attack. I'm just like, I, if I don't see Ahmad moving with that ball now, there's no hope. Like,
That's what's killing
where
us.
it is now. That's where we are now. Like you can see
Stay with
Garnacho
Arsenal
make
with
that
Saka, please.
fine run, and he'll just play one weak shot. I'm like, but you're an attacker, you're a striker. What are you guys training in the week? During the week, like you're supposed to master the art of shooting. I saw. I was watching a clip yesterday of that boy that we bought from Arsenal.
Chido Obi
What's his
Martin.
name? That small
Yeah,
younger
Chidobe,
boy.
Chidobe.
Obi Martin, yeah.
Yeah, like I sent it to you, Johnny Boy. It was so mad that all the shots he was taking was like he placed them, but I knew this is not being on no defense, nobody.
training
Yes.
But I
Savior
feel like
complex.
we should
United
give
and
that
Savior
guy.
complex again. Yes, go on.
No, it's more like we need something and we have something. It's just those days when we have Ferguson, you see him bringing Makeda or bringing somebody,
But
and
that this boy is
the person will
still
just make an impact.
Yes,
So
now,
you
but
need-
Jude, the problem is that the Makeda is already starting. The person that is supposed to be Makeda, that's the person that is starting Hoyland and Zexi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want
So
to bring
this
another
they be 16
like
now.
another
That's the only, no, the only
16 or
problem is
17-year-old.
like I don't know. Like we had it was open. It was an open game for us to win. We just lost concentration in that defense
Oh,
and considered some silly goals.
okay.
But I feel like we need to work on same thing that was killing us against Ten Hag. That attack, we don't have firepower, and because we don't have firepower, we are more of like now absorbing. Because I feel like if we have that firepower, we'll most likely with the possession, we'll most likely be on the other side most of the time. But because we don't have it, we are more on this break, and on those breaks now, these guys can just take one, maybe out of five, they score like two.
Yeah.
We don't even have the strength to come back and score one, not talk of coming back to score three or those kind of stuff. That's what I think. But I'm glad this is happening. At least he's exposing his formation and style is exposing the players, and we're able to see who is not who, and no more the
Oh,
hack.
they did not tell
Somebody
you
tried,
to. Okay,
eh?
continue.
No more somebody tried to protect any player or see anything. Now you
Okay,
can
you are
see
not
who
aware
it
of the
is.
players that are not at the level. Okay.
I'm aware.
Johnny Boy.
I'm
We
aware,
already knew
so
them now.
I'm
There's
happy
nothing new.
that
Yeah,
I see
Johnny
it.
Boy.
So at
It
least
sounds like just by listening to Sheunti and Jude, like the performance was not all that. The players are not performing. But I listened to the post-match conference, and Ruben Amorim was saying the fans should focus on the performance and not on the result. So I think there
That's
is
what I've been
a
saying from day one
mismatch.
now. Even
There's
before you got the
there's no
job.
mismatch. That's exactly what we said. That's
we did not
exactly
talk
what.
about the results. We
I
talked
said you
Which
about
focus
guy?
on the performance, but the
Which
performance
guy?
is not that
the
great.
results.
It's making it sound like for him to say that, he's making it feel like, oh, the team are performing, they're not just getting the results. Or am I misinterpreting? I'm asking
I
Johnny
think
Boy.
for
I'm
him,
not
it's
asking the
probably
United
No,
fans,
no,
please.
wait.
Let's
probably
ask
the
Johnny.
level.
Let's
It's
ask.
probably
Let's
the
ask a
level.
neutral person.
Let's
It's
clarify.
probably the
Let's
level of the
clarify for Johnny
players
Boy with the
we've
facts
seen.
now.
No,
Let's
no,
let's
no.
put the
Johnny
facts on
Boy.
the table
Johnny
for
Boy
Johnny Boy.
understand. You understand
Johnny Boy is
English.
it's not
No,
a,
no,
it's not,
wait,
Johnny
wait.
Boy,
it's
The
not,
don't you
fact, the
understand
it's
facts
English?
are, the facts are that because
it's not
Dr. Toms
that.
is doing Mahmoud Yakubu. He reinterprets. He change. He change
Johnny
the
Boy, you
answer.
understand English? Please,
No, no,
please,
no. The
please.
fact of the matter is that after Everton 4-0, Amorim said this was a 4-0 result, but not a 4-0 performance. When we lost to Arsenal 2-0, he said this was a 2-0 result, but not a 2-0 performance. We deserved more. And again, against Nottingham Forest, I think it's fair for him to say it was a half and half. We deserve more, basically, for that game. That's the fact. Not that there's no mismatch. We're on the same
Okay,
page with our
okay. First of
manager.
all, I
Carry
disagree
on.
with the Arsenal game because there's Man U didn't even come to play against Arsenal. So let's forget. Let's not go back. So let's go to
And
the
nobody
Nottingham.
shouted. Nobody shouted around
The
ball.
result
Nobody
does not mean
shouted
the
pack the
result does not
balls,
mean
pack the
that you
trailer. Nobody
win.
said all
It
those
could
one.
also be
But
a
anyways,
draw.
we move.
You got the result you deserve, which is the loss. That's what I'm saying. So
You scored two corners. Are you okay? Two
That's
penalties.
that's
How
not
many
what that's not
corners?
what we're supposed to be arguing about now.
Exactly. How many
Like,
corners did you have? Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
so the game against Nottingham Forest, I give it to United. United started badly. They considered the set piece, but you guys responded well, which is you guys had a lot of chances. First half, you guys killed Nottingham Forest, which is expected. Like Dr. Phil said, Nottingham Forest gives you the ball and you do your playing. I think what they did is that they scored, sat back, Mike got the possession, started playing, equalized, and you guys switched. Second half, I don't know what was said in halftime. I don't know what Amorim told the players, but it's almost as if the players switched off and within like 10 minutes of second half, you guys were 3-1 down. Thanks to the almighty Mr. Shout Shout. Mr. Shout
oh
Shout.
no, no,
Doesn't know what's
lost my
the
game. Yeah.
most overrated player in Premier League, Bruno Fernandes.
No, no, no. It's not overrated because there's one guy. There's one short guy in front of him that they call the butcher.
Oh yeah, no, no, I don't even want that one. I don't rate him defensive. I know that's how I say it. I
Which
don't rate
kind
him.
of which kind of agenda are you people cooking
I
here?
don't mind
No,
that.
it's just saying it's the
What's
most
going
overrated.
on?
I'm just pointing out the
No,
other
I've
overrated
always
person
said that. I've
also.
always said that
Just
it's just
they
agility.
stop. They
That's all.
stop at their goal.
It's just agility that short man has. Agility. Once he's not doing agility, he's useless. So if you're a good guy,
What does Gabriel have in
Okay,
Aston?
don't mind them.
we saw what Gabriel does now. Come on.
Why?
What?
Tackling,
He can score corner kick.
You can talk
Please
about
let's
that.
focus. No deflection. No deflection, please. No
No,
deflections.
United considered.
No deflection. I'm not going to let that
As
happen.
United considered, I think the frailties of United and United would have considered more. They actually missed a lot of chances from set pieces. I don't know, like just like you said, maybe it's the mental block. The moment you considered from set piece, you guys started messing up. So I think what happens is that, for instance, now in the first goal, Martinez was marking it. I can a 5 foot, I don't know how tall he's, maybe 5'7", marking it like a 6'5" guy. That it doesn't even make any sense. He's already losing the battle. So United, I don't know, Amorim, I don't know what he did, but your tactics were. But what I give credit to him is that nobody is above the chop. He took out Bruno Fernandes. I think
Took him
Rashford
out
had
now,
this.
like 60th minute or so.
Yeah, in as much as Bruno just equalized, just scored a goal for you guys. He also, for the last 2 games, Rashford has come on from the bench, so that's a sign. Zexi has come on, started the last game. I mean, previous game against Everton, came in this one, and then shift your defense. I think the key of your team is your defense. I think that part, you have to figure out a way not to be changing your defense. You have to find a way
So
not
I
to be
mean, so
changing your defense.
on
Because I
that
feel that
topic, I feel like the back five or six should be settled. For me, Onana, Euro, I think should be the ideal right centre back.
because they've
Euro,
been
Solid
playing.
pick,
Delete,
yeah.
Martinez. So Euro, Delete, Martinez, Ahmad on the right, and then before we get to left back, Mazraoui on the
I'm waiting
left.
for the day when I know it's coming,
What
when
of
all the United fans will start
Malaysia is
shouting,
also
"Why are you playing Ahmad as the right wing back? It should be forward." But anyways,
exactly.
we'll
No,
wait.
no, don't mistake us. Don't
I will
mistake us for the
patiently
Arsenal
wait.
fans now.
I will patiently wait for them.
And
No
another thing,
problem.
I don't.
United fans are currently
So
United
they'll
fans are
start saying, "No,
currently
Ahmad is
saying
not defensive minded. It's not
no,
a
no, no.
defender. Stop
United
playing a
fans
right
are
wing back." Yeah, wait. No
currently
problem.
I
currently
actually
United
felt
fans are
that
saying
that
that we
last
want
game. I
Ahmad
felt
forward.
that last game he should have
I
played
don't. Though I
Maguire
don't know what
instead of Delhi.
Casemiro did
I've
to you
not
guys,
heard
but
it. I've not heard it
Casemiro,
anywhere. I'm just
Casemiro
saying. I'm just waiting.
should be playing with United. At least I think it was against under Rude when he played the midfield pivot of Casemiro and Ugarte. You guys were better. So I don't know why Amarim has not tried that. For some reason he hasn't. So
So I
that's one
mean,
thing
so
I think he should
so
try.
so Rude was trying to stabilize the team now, right? I
Yeah.
think at home against Forest, when you expect to have more possession, and Forest-like teams, I think Ugarte and Maino in that position, I think works for me. Casemiro can come in if he's against Chelsea, if he's against Arsenal, against City. I want to see Ugarte and Casemiro together in
Wait,
midfield.
before you go ahead,
Sure.
still on that point, rate minus performance out of 10 that
One.
day against Forest.
Oh
One.
God,
Just because he was
I
Ah,
better.
think
One.
I give him
I don't know what you guys, I don't know what
4 5.
game you guys watched though, but I enjoyed Kobe Mino in midfield
You
for
will
the
now,
I'll
reasons.
give him a
you
4
will.
5.
No,
I'm
for
talking
the
for that
reasons that
game or
like
not,
for the
not
reasons
as
that
a player.
only for the game, right? So in the first half, when we were dominant on the ball, I think Kobe Mino was an integral part of that because any position that you give him the ball on the pitch, he can control it. He's good in tight spaces. So like he's not going to give you the Bruno Fernandes Hollywood. He's switching play from left to right, stuff like that. But he helps us keep the ball and move it around. And he's good at like breaking the line or like receiving the ball with his back to goal. He's excellent in that position. I don't mind him playing even in the number 10 behind the striker. And just to address Dr. To's point that he made earlier, watch any of the main United, like the popular United fan channels, like on YouTube. Everybody's talking about how maybe Ahmad should be playing further up the pitch. Maybe just play Mazraoui at right back, right wing back at Malaysia, and play Ahmad in one of the number 10s. Everybody's talking about it, right? Because we want to see Ahmad on the
Yeah, I
ball.
think I
He's our
think
best
Said said
attacker.
you should try him as a 10. I think Said said you should try him as a 10.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem.
So
And I also know
yeah,
that guy is going to be
the
stubborn.
agenda.
Ahmad will constantly playing right wing back, so I'm waiting, no problem. But the time when they start saying that, the next will start hearing, manager does not have a clue.
I
We are
want him
coming.
up
I'm
front
patiently
too.
No, but
waiting.
the reason why they will say that is because Garnacho is not working in number 10. It's not working.
Garnacho is not
Bruno,
even
when
He
good.
Bruno
I
plays,
think
plays
he
Garnacho
there,
is
plays
fine.
Bruno
two
plays
number
well.
Garnacho
10,
is
no?
not even.
Like, because Mason
Garnacho is
Mount
really
talks
good.
in as well. Like, he comes in to play as another number 10, like an ad hoc number 10
Garnacho should be
sometimes.
sold to like West Ham or it's like Manchester United player to start with.
Something is missing in that Christmas tree. Something is missing in that striker, two number 10s and then two number 8s behind them. Something is not working there with the personnel. So I think for me, Ugarte is down. Kobe Mino too guaranteed. The remaining two and the arrangement of them is just what we don't
But I
know.
think
So who stays
I
where
would have
in,
brought
in
in
the box
Ericsson.
and
I don't know why he didn't bring Ericsson on
Ericsson.
against
That
Nottingham
was
Nah,
safe
we
deal.
will still
That's
see
fair.
him. We'll still see him. He's playing
Probably for
everyone. I
that
think
game,
he's
yeah.
playing everyone. So don't worry. We'll see. It's still early days. I'm not trying to banter. I'm just
So,
asking questions.
Of course, you are trying to banter
We're
now.
just trying to ask
because
questions
West
because I have to
West
hold you
Ham.
guys accountable. Because if I let you, Sean, lead this United section, we know how the conversation will go. We just have to keep you honest. Now that I've kept you honest, I hand
It
off.
wasn't
I
a
hand
bad
off
game. It
and
was
calm
just a
down
bad
for now.
result. That's
It
all.
was a bad
No,
game. What are you talking about?
it's a bad result now.
It's a bad
It was a
game.
bad result.
That's what I'm saying.
Your
It was
second
a
was
bad
bad. Now.
result.
Your second was so poor. It was so bad.
Second was just those 10, 15
No,
minutes.
throughout. Your second
After
was
that,
bad.
we're
Your
still
second was
playing.
bad.
We're still playing. We're
Se-
not
se-
Play,
moving
play,
forward. That
playing
was
what?
it.
What was the
Second half was
difference
a tragedy because
It was
we didn't look
neutral.
like scoring.
at
Like we
all?
didn't look like
That's
scoring.
that's that's where the problem was.
So like
But the
they,
first half was good. We dominated,
The Nottingham
and
Forest
yeah.
actually
I
missed.
don't
They
know.
missed more chances.
No, you
Dalo is
had
just
possession. You did not dominate. They are two different things.
Dalo is just something else. It's because of Dalo that you have him out.
Blame
which kind of
almost
this thing is
almost
to
blaming
say
Dalot
now. He had
always.
possession. It doesn't
It
mean he
doesn't
dominated.
don't mind them because we know it. That's how we know
No,
it.
yeah.
We win now. You will not tell us
So I'm
if you're
just
dominated.
I'm Amorim has the hardest job I think right now in the world because he has to
I don't,
almost
I
be
don't think he has the hardest job
no
right now.
Jude. He
No, no,
I
no,
think
no, no.
he has to
I
almost
think,
be a genius.
like anything that happens this season, he's pardoned.
Exactly.
No, I that I don't agree with. We are like I said,
no,
we're
no.
13th.
I agree with that
If
partially. It depends on where he finishes. That's where the problem. So if he
It
no,
finishes
that's
depends
what
on
I'm
where it
saying.
depends
Like
on where he
it's
finishes.
not
yeah,
going to be like that low, right? No, he's not going to ever finish that low.
if he finishes
We are
What do you
13,
probably
that's
mean?
the
going to be in
Have
the
you
problem.
top
seen
half of the
Have you
table.
seen our fixture list? Have you seen our fixture list like coming up, like
But I'm
the
telling you
games
that
that
we
we
are not
have
going
I'm
to
coming
not.
up?
finish. We are not going to finish below top 10. The main thing is what will happen to him. I don't think anything will happen to him if we don't
Okay, please.
qualify
What's the
for.
next United 5 fixture so that you guys can predict? Let's see what you guys are
It's
saying.
City, Aston Villa, and some other teams.
It's
Those are the
ridiculous
two major
now.
teams.
Like it's a ridiculous fixture list, and,
No,
and
let's leave the
that's
FA
what
Cup
Okay.
out of it. You know the FA Cup.
So
You're losing that one. So
so
let's leave
are
the
we
FA
just
Cup
talking
out of
Premiership?
it. Your
Are we talking
next
about
We're not
only
5
losing.
Premiership?
games.
Are we just talking only Premiership? Are we
Yeah,
just
just
talking
EPL.
Premiership?
Just EPL. Yes.
So City next,
Yes.
then
yeah, just
City away, Bournemouth at home, Wolves
Aston
away,
Villa.
Newcastle home, Liverpool away. That's all. Aston Villa is not there. So
You
you
are
have
mighty
three home
United now.
games,
You guys are going to get 15
two home,
points.
two home games, three away
I,
matches.
I just believe he should find a first 11 and try and find ways to win those small teams. We don't need those big teams. Are just
yeah,
we can
but
try
Jude,
to hold down.
therein lies the tension, right, and the problem itself. Because number one, what's even a small team anymore in the Premier League, right? If you cook
Small
beans, like they are ready for you. Everybody's looking for who like they can collect points and have their own historical day.
I'm saying like the historical small teams, not the top six that we know. The
The
historical small teams.
Wolves that used to give Ten Hag problem, or Bournemouth. Did Bournemouth just
Bournemouth is beating everybody. Oh.
Almost is the one that will give
Wolves
us
is a good
problem.
team. Oh,
Wolves
that's
is
yeah.
not.
coach is a
Wolves
good
is
coach.
just Wolves. I expect what will happen against Wolves is probably what's happening against Nottingham Forest. That's
Not to
probably
talk of
what will happen.
not to talk of Man
Well,
And
City,
I
Newcastle,
think
and
they've sacked their
Liverpool.
manager as well, isn't it? Wolves have sacked their manager, so there might be a
Are you
new
new?
It's
manager
close
bounce.
quarter to sacking.
No,
No,
they're
I
not
don't think they've
sacking.
sacked him yet. I think
They've not
Gary
found a
Neal's
replacement.
quarter to sacking.
They've not found a replacement.
Oh, okay.
because
But yeah,
Bournemouth
Jude,
is
the
the one
problem is
that will
that
probably give us like a very tough time.
what about Newcastle, Liverpool, and Man City? You want to just throw those games away? Like
Where? But they are part of the top six now. That's what I'm telling you that we don't have to look at those guys.
no, but you
Why?
have
Okay.
to
Are you
because
treating them
if
as an
No,
error?
no. I'm saying like focus on winning. See Chelsea. They focused on winning those smaller games in order to build momentum to hold down the bigger games.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
think you
your
can
games are big
choose. I
games, though.
think
No, imagine if Chelsea was playing this format now. Do you think they would have won Tottenham? They wouldn't have.
No,
no. Do you know
Tottenham
do
are
you
their
know what's
wives. It doesn't
helping?
matter. Any form.
They would have gone to
Even last
Liverpool
season
and
when Chelsea
Arsenal
were
to
flopping, they
draw.
still beat
Maybe we
Tottenham.
can
Tottenham is not
maybe
good.
we
They're
can
not
I'm
good.
saying
segue.
like on form wise, like
Maybe
they
we
would
can
have drawn
segue
Liverpool and
into
like played Liverpool that way and play you guys.
maybe we can segue into Chelsea next. But I think Jude, like you're not fully considering. I think the point I'm making, right? That 5 games upcoming. We're 13th in the league. Minimum out of those 5 games, we need to get 9 points, right? At a
Out
minimum,
of
out of those, that's 3. Yeah, that's minimum. We
four.
need
That's four, though.
that's 3 wins. There's the way this league is going. There's no
No,
guarantee
2 wins
that
and 3 draws.
there's no guarantee that's like up with 3 wins you climb into anywhere meaningful, right? Because everybody
With
just
3 wins,
maintaining.
you climb now. With 3 wins, you climb.
That's assuming all the people above
3
you
straight
also.
wins.
If all the people
Drop
above
points.
you also drop points,
If you
that's what.
beat 3, part of those 3 are above you.
No, but
No,
even,
only
even
one.
even if you go the way where you win, you beat but you win against Wolves and
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, and then you draw against City, Liverpool, and who's the third guys?
Newcastle.
And
Newcastle.
Newcastle. That's still a good return, no? Then you can
Who, ah,
then you
I
can
don't. I
climb
don't. I
over
don't. I
like
don't think so.
Fulham or something like that.
I don't
with
think he
that
has the
lineup,
Maybe
luxury
we'll
Fulham
of.
be
is still ahead
somewhere.
of
We'll
them.
be somewhere. I'm telling you.
I don't think he has the luxury of picking and choosing big team,
No,
small
he doesn't
team.
have to pick and choose. I'm just saying, like those main games, right? We have to come out and grab that win. That's what I'm trying to say. But those other games, like let's play the football and see whoever wins is up. Because now going into City, we don't have confidence that we're going to win.
No,
Why?
but like,
You're supposed to, you're supposed to. City is
that's what I'm
And then
crap.
you're
disagreeing with
going
you.
against
City is crap.
Wolves. You still don't have confidence that you're going
That's
to win those.
fundamentally
Then
the
what are you
point
like
that
looking for in the league?
that's fundamentally the
Do you
point that I'm
understand?
disagreeing with you, Jude. That like we don't have the luxury of treating City
No,
and
I'm not saying
Liverpool
luxury
and
of
Newcastle.
treating.
No,
I'm not
the
saying
luxury of treating them
treating.
as a free hit.
No, I'm saying go with the mentality of you have to go with the mentality of winning all these games. But those games that are supposed to be sure, like you can't no, you want to compare City's game or Liverpool's game to Wolves' game.
I want to remove the
I
idea
see
of a
three
sure
points.
game
I see
completely
3
from the
points.
equation.
You want to
Yeah, I agree
that's
to
better
that.
if you want to remove a short game. That's fine. That means we just focus on each match as it comes,
Yes.
That's where
which
I'm
is
at,
still okay.
right?
Win.
But then that results to rotation.
No.
Please can I ask one final question from me for United, and I'll leave you guys alone. You guys want to argue, There was once upon a time when Arsenal were at a dip in form, and we're saying about strikers. We don't have strikers, and then Sheon was suggesting that Arsenal should go for Chris Wood. Saying Chris Wood performance against you guys, Sheon, do you think that you guys can at least loan him for the rest of the
No,
season in January? Because
Yeah,
you guys
I
had
see. He has
had
13
Wegos once
goals. Though.
upon a time. You've had
don't need
Igalo,
to.
exactly. He's on fire. You guys don't have a
Their
striker.
football is
He can
13
score
goals.
set pieces. He can head the ball.
Later you
things
see-
like
That's
that.
what I'm
Later
trying
you
to
say
say.
you're asking
13
serious
goals.
question.
Check
It's
more
a
than half of
serious
those
question
goals
now. Do
are
you not see
from
his performance? I was like,
set
oh, this guy
pieces,
is a good striker.
set pieces or cross and nod. That's what like heading the ball. Most of those
It's
goals.
part of it.
Once upon a time,
United does
Rashford
not
didn't used to
cross
cross.
the
Now
ball.
he's crossing. There's no one in the box. So maybe Chris Wood can be the one to finish it. Things like that.
Yeah. As you mean you're treating your question like a serious question. The answer is
I
no.
think
We
we
don't want.
probably need Chris Wood.
We don't want. We don't want Chris Wood,
He has scored
right?
3 goals in
Arsenal
5
could
matches.
use him.
the ball.
Arsenal could use him.
No, we have Sterling. We have Sterling.
I think the
It's not done now. He's
with
cannot-
I think with the narrative that we used to sack Ten Hag and the narrative that we're using to praise Arne Slot and Maresca this season, I just don't see any room for Amorim to be trying to do theoretical. We're still solving for the mass.
Time has passed.
We're
Time has passed.
rotating. If we're trying to, you see, no, time is going right in the league, and every weekend, basically, points are being put on the board or
And to
points
me,
are
he
being
has ample
lost.
time to make this season a good one because you guys have just played 15 matches, right? And he has coaching for 3 of those matches already, I believe. So he came in
Yeah,
at game 12. So he has enough time to still make the season a good one. So don't write the season off. That was
yeah,
just
no,
me.
we
I
can't
disagree with
write
that.
this is enough.
I disagree with that. There's not like
We,
free.
we can't write this
Please, they
is
should
enough.
focus on the performance, not the results. That's all I know.
We can't write this is enough. No,
Focus on the performance.
that's why I said it's
We
the
have
most
like
difficult. That's why I said it's the most
23
difficult
games to
job.
go. We have like 23 games to go.
Um,
There's still hope. We can win
The league.
17 out of the 23. Something.
we can win the league, self. We can win the
No,
league,
we don't.
right?
We
For you to
don't
win
need
the league, you
to
have to
win
be
that
No,
league.
unbeaten.
we
Not just unbeaten.
We
no.
don't.
Win.
We
Double
want to
the
win
end
the
of the
league.
season for you to win the league.
So that's what I'm getting at with the most difficult job because there's a genius factor. I think that comes in with the coaching, right? There's like you just have the sense to judge. Okay,
I
this
just
is the
feel
right
like
time to bring Sancho in this weekend, and he goes and scores a banger, right? This is the right time to bench this person. This is the right
take
way
Lavia
to
off
he's
approach
or
this
doing
something
it
game
now.
as
It's not
well.
his fault that they don't score banger.
Yes, and even the way Amorim was doing at Sporting, right, or doing
It's not
Ateta's
his sexy. It's just he
heyday,
don't score banger.
during like Ateta's heyday at in Arsenal, right? I think a year ago or 2 years ago, like that stroke of genius, like that thing is you can't quantify it, and it's what you need
You see it in
basically.
January. From January, you
Um,
see a new
it's
different
what you
vibe. I'm
need.
telling you.
That's why
Wood
like I'm not
Just
accepting because the game
just
against
navigate.
Forest
for United.
it was a choice to play for United now. Yeah, it was a choice to play Mars instead of Dallo. But let's use that to segue into a debate. I think I find interesting, which is Chelsea and Liverpool. Right, we can talk about two of them together, but I want to hear everybody's thoughts
You
on
don't want to add
it.
Arsenal.
No, no, is that Arsenal? We're talking about the theoretical contenders, title contenders now,
Title
right?
contenders.
And
Not the
this is how we're classifying it. Title contenders subgroup. Another subgroup is for
title race.
first time managers in the league, right? So these are people that first venture into the Premier League, they're already killing shit, right? And for that reason, and Dixon, if you're listening, this is directed at you also, but for that reason, right? And David as well, we're supposed to treat Arne Slot as some kind of like genius because of how Liverpool is doing. Because it's his first venture into the league and everything. So, whose achievements do you guys find more impressive, Slot or Maresca? Um, so far, and if they win the league,
Hmm.
Good question.
That's tough.
For me, it's no. For me, it's Slot. For me,
So
it's
far,
Slot.
so far.
So far, yeah, obviously, so far.
So far with the results and everything, you give it
Yes.
to Slot.
Because the expectation, I just look at it from 2 points of, well, first point of view is expectations, right? For expectation from Chelsea, from Pochettino to Maresca, it's not that much compared to from Klopp to Slot, right? Because people are expecting that, legend Klopp, Slot is good, but he might need 1 or 2 seasons to figure things out. But he came in from preseason,
And they were saying the Liverpool
he
stars are on
implemented
the
his
decline.
ideas.
The stars are on the decline
Exactly.
as well. So that adds to it.
It's revived a lot of people's abilities. Diaz is playing
Trent
very,
can
very
defend
well.
now.
Nunes is not, because he did not sign Nunes. It's easy to bench him and bring him on when he needs to. Like, he doesn't have that.
Really flop.
Exactly, he doesn't have that hold to basically say, I signed this player, so I must play him. So he brings in whoever he wants. Gakpo is playing better. Salah is playing like a man possessed. What's his name? Trent. Before they said Trent don't know how to defend.
Trent.
All of a sudden, Trent is defending, right?
Then double back. He has 2026. Who knew he was?
I wanna,
Exactly.
I wanna push back a little, right? And Jude, I think I need to jump in here, but I want to push back a little and to put my cards on the table. Early on in the season, I said I did not rate Maresca and I did not rate Slot. So you can't accuse me of being biased against one or the other. But like an argument in favor of Maresca, the point that Dr. Tools was raising about expectations of Chelsea, shouldn't that make you discount Slot's achievements in favor of Maresca? The fact that the expectations for Chelsea were lower, and clearly Maresca is achieving. So in terms of where both clubs were coming into the season, Maresca has taken Chelsea further than Slot has taken Liverpool.
No, for me,
No,
people already know that Chelsea had good players. Chelsea had good players, but they didn't have the right formation, the right system to fit them into.
We always said it.
So what Maresca had to do was to organize them, right? But yeah, Slot is different. He had aging players, no transfer window, and still trying to make things work within the system. So that's me, I think. Slot.
I think you're judging based on league. If you look overall, right? For me, if you want to look overall,
let's judge based on league. Let's narrow it down to Premier League.
He's topping Champions League. A
I
whole
was not even
Champions
looking
League.
at Champions League.
He's topping Champions
He's not
League
lost.
with either the least goals conceded, most likely. There's something you're not looking at. Klopp will not do this. Klopp most likely will not achieve this with this current Liverpool
Remember,
team.
he has broken the record for Liverpool, first manager in Liverpool history to win.
Then, secondly,
like
Yeah,
that.
if you
Secondly,
look
I
at
think we are
Gravenberch last season, we didn't even know what he was. We don't know if Gravenberch was a 6, a 8, a 4, a 2. We don't know what he
The other thing
was.
you're underrating is their ability to not concede.
Yeah, defensive.
Chelsea concedes a lot. It's just they don't have a better opponent. That's what they are not looking at.
They're playing
Chelsea concedes
basketball,
a lot.
really.
Yeah.
Like, score me, I overscore you. Score me, I outscore you. The
You
old
just
school.
Chelsea reminds me of, remember
Maresca
when Klopp first came to Liverpool? That's what Chelsea reminds me of, whereby Klopp was more of
he consists less, and they still
attacking
find a
football,
way
let's
to
just score.
win.
Our defense is crap, let's just score. But
Maybe
crap.
maybe I should.
I think
maybe
the
I should
reason
sharpen.
why you're not looking at it as a perfect team right now, I still blame it on Nunes. If they had a better striker than Nunes, if it was like, let's say Firmino was still there,
Trust me, they have.
their
Jota is
goals,
not injured. That's why Nunes is playing.
Let me
When
It's
Jota
true.
let me
goes,
sharpen.
When Jota is back.
Nunes go back.
let me sharpen my argument a little, right? Maybe I'm not the one that's and again refer to what I said a few minutes ago that I don't have any bias per se.
He inherited
Um,
a better team.
maybe my slots, maybe my anti-slot, anti-Liverpool bias is stronger and is at work here.
It
But
is.
I don't think you guys are addressing the arguments I'm making directly. So number one, I'm saying that like Maresca has achieved more with less than Slot has. So points in Maresca's favor is where I'm looking at it.
So what do you mean by
Right.
less?
Okay, no,
Secondly,
let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Player for player. Who has the better players? Like first
I
11.
th- I think Liverpool.
It'll be a slot. It'll be a slot.
I think
Liverpool-
Liverpool.
Liverpool-
That was going to be
Attack and defense. Okay, attack and
no,
defense.
yeah.
Obviously, in the mid, Caicedo.
no.
Is it not better than them?
It's still
Graphic
Liverpool.
back
then.
No,
Enzo
it's
Fernandez
Liverpool.
is not better than
I think 11 I
Nottingham
give
Forest.
Liverpool. But if you talk about the whole team, like 25 or 24 months,
Bro, the whole team.
Okay, let's
the
let's
whole
put,
team.
yeah, let's put, I think that's
the
what I
whole
mean. Let's
team.
put it that way.
The whole team. I still give Liverpool, right?
No,
So
no,
wow.
for me, there are a couple of
Yo,
things.
Chelsea,
There are a couple of things.
Chelsea is fielding his second team in this, and that's their second team can actually start in the Premier League.
Right.
Like we're talking about
You guys put
who
forward
starts in their-
one.
who doesn't start Premier League. It starts in their
You guys
district.
you guys put forward one version of the narrative around Chelsea, which was that everybody knew Chelsea had really good players. Another
Yes.
version of the narrative that I am more familiar with is that Todd Bowley was on a shopping spree and they were just buying every
But they were buying the,
dreadlock.
they were buying the
They were
talented
just spending
people.
money.
First players. That's what they were
You know,
doing.
one narrative now, right? They were just buying every dreadlocked young boy in London or in Brazil. They were just going
No.
around assembling a squad of in-it boys, right? That's another narrative that
No.
was prevalent.
Todd Bowley
And-
was doing a capitalism.
No, and
Liverpool
he was
won this
hand-
player. I'll go and buy him, so you don't take him.
And he was
Arsenal won this
handed- was
player.
handed
I'll go
over
buy it,
to-
so you don't have him.
that team was handed over to Pochettino, who ostensibly was good at working with young players, whatever.
But to be fair to
And they
Pochettino, towards
failed.
the end, he got it right. Towards the end, he started
No,
getting
but
it right.
they
Towards
failed.
the end.
They failed woefully, which
At the
is why
beginning.
the manager was sacked. Which is why Pochettino was sacked, and then they brought in a new manager who has now been able to get the squad essentially firing on many cylinders. Now compare that to Slot, who I'll grant what you guys saying, unbeaten, UEFA Champions League topping the table, very strong. Premier League topping the table, very strong, conceding less goals than they did before. But as far as I see it, the landscape coming into the season was that, Man City's true competition for the last 5 to 7 years has been Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's been Liverpool. That's the team that Slot took over. They took over from the next, on paper, and based on the track record the last 5-7 years, the next
Yeah,
best
but remember Johnny Boy's argument, aging team. They have an aging
they
team.
have an aging
and
team now.
things
team.
like that.
Right. So aging team could be
And also,
one
and
on
also
one
with
hand.
that
You say
people,
it could also be an
But
experienced team.
at the same time, you could also look at, like, he came in and he's been able to find wins. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Which
and they've been able to
club
buy
was
his.
finding
They bought his ideas so quickly. Like usually, when you're replacing somebody like a
and
club,
usually it takes time for
that's
big
what
players
Dr. was
to
saying. That
balance into it.
replacing Pochettino with Maresca is not too much of a hassle because Pochettino, let's be honest, he's not the top tier. But Klopp is a
It's
top
not that
manager.
top.
It's
So
not,
the
it's not top
expectations
tier.
are not
Pochettino
much.
top tier. It's not top tier. He's like the second.
No,
All of us here never expected Chelsea to even do this good.
No, but I'm counting that as an extra point in Chelsea's favor, right? The fact that we didn't expect them to do so good, to me, is proof of how good they are in fact doing.
This is
No, but that
the
point
reason
works
is
for
also,
both. You can say
like,
work for both. But I'm saying
Chelsea's.
Slot is coming after.
So
a manager like
who did you at the beginning of the
I
season?
think
Who did you
you're better-
predict to
you're
finish
better off
higher?
having this.
obviously
You're better
Liverpool.
off having this
Obviously
argument maybe
Liverpool.
like 2-3 months from now.
Obviously Liverpool. I'm
Right.
not going to lie. And Liverpool is still higher than them. So I'm not still.
But who is overachieving your prediction more?
Chelsea,
Liverpool
obviously.
or Chelsea?
Chelsea is actually
That's the
both are,
argument.
because I put Liverpool third.
No, who is so both are good, but one is better. Is what I'm getting at, right? Both are good. Both are overperforming your expectations,
But I
but
give
one
Chelsea
is by
I think- I
one is
believe
by
I give-
plus
We
4,
only rank Liverpool
one is by
above
plus
Chelsea,
8.
and they are still above Chelsea.
Exactly.
We never put Liverpool at the first three.
But the
For any
reason
of
why
us.
it is +4 and +8 is because, first of all, Liverpool, where they finished last season, like 5th, no?
Third.
Fourth or
No, they
fifth?
finished third.
Third. Liverpool finished third.
Third,
Third, yeah.
exactly. So from third to first at this minute, it's not
Okay.
that much of a big margin, but from like seventh to
No, Chelsea
second now
Chelsea finished
it's
sixth.
a big jump, But I
So
still
who
think
is
Slot has the harder
No,
and
yeah,
tougher
Yeah,
no, may I give it to
expectations.
Slot.
Chelsea just got
I give it
into
to Slot
second.
barely. That's why I
Chelsea
said
just got into second this weekend, though. It's just this weekend that Chelsea got into second.
And the
So,
limited options as
rushing
well that he
and
has. To be fair, Slot has
rushing them.
limited
They've been
options.
first. They've been
Maresca
position for long.
never want you guys. I'm going to keep these ones. These are the ones. Like he just landed. He won
I
the
think
lottery
Maresca has
of all the players he could
in
have.
terms
Like,
of
I don't even
squad,
want
they
you
have a
guys.
better squad than
And this guy's asking for a player. They're giving him injured Chiesa. And he has to
Squad
work the
depth.
same thing from last season.
like it's so
Come on.
crazy. Chelsea has
No, so-
full second 11 that plays in Europe.
Like
That's why
right now,
Obama
we
is,
don't even
Obama is resting.
feel.
Literally,
You can't
Obama
even
plays
feel
one
that
game a
Diogo
week.
Jota
Obama
is
plays
not
one game a
even
week,
in.
basically.
Do you
Obama plays
understand?
one game a
You
week.
can't even feel that Jota is not even in. But last season, you would have felt, oh, they are missing Jota. If Jota was here, they would have won.
I think we all sat here and said
This-
they'll struggle with
yeah,
Akonata, but they haven't really struggled with Akonata. Let's be honest, they haven't really.
Wait, so Johnny Boy, right? Like, I mean, I don't think I've been able to
I
persuade
get what you're trying
to
to
persuade
point,
anybody.
but I think it's too early for an argument
No,
because
wait.
Chelsea just got to
No,
second.
like I said,
this
I'm just
week.
going to give.
None of
They
us
have both
been
done
first
impressive
for
work,
like the
but
past
me,
past how
just
many
edges
months?
it a little because he's topping at the moment. That's
That's another valid point, Jude.
That's just what I said.
I don't have strong feelings about either side, right? I'm just like, it's a theoretical argument entirely for me.
I think if Maresca was in Liverpool, I don't think he would have performed this much with Sloth's team.
I think the other way around too.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
I
you can
think
make
Van
everything
Dijk,
up. It's true.
again, like if I can, and I could argue it both ways, right? I could embrace your argument about the fact that Maresca has $1 billion team. He has 2 first 11s. Let's wait. This is what we saw from Ten Hag in his first season too. So we never know how the going will get when it gets tough.
No, only compared
Really,
to
right?
Ten Hag.
What happens if they get injured? No, I'm just saying, like, I could make the arguments on the other side, right? But for slots, I just feel like, when you put somebody in a team where Mohamed Salah at this point is on autopilot, right? Like, he's just running the league because
Palmer.
he's been doing this for years. So Palmer still see the dribble people. You see the Salah is just all these goals now is on a Ronaldo level. The way I'm looking at Salah like this now, he's scoring, whether it's header, tapping, or out of the boot shot. Palmer is still playmaking. Now Palmer will turn, dribble, give through pass. Like Palmer is everywhere.
Yeah, one man
Especially in
team
their
now.
game.
For me, I'm also looking at it from the point of coaching. Like, I think Slot has coached Liverpool players more than Enzo Maresca has coached Chelsea players. He's just saying, you guys are flair players, enjoy yourself, go and have fun. That's what it looks like
Yeah.
from the outside looking in. Whereas he's telling Gravenberch, this is how you're going to kick the ball.
Yeah, so what's
his name?
I
The defender.
You know that he's not.
Trent, this is how to defend. This is your position. This blah blah blah. Salah, this is how you're going to come in. Like Gakpo, stay in this place. Like,
tried to
it's
buy
proper
Robenzi,
coaching, not
but
just
refused.
vibes and
Johnny Boy.
If there's no Palmer, Chelsea will suffer more than if there's no Mo Salah.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yes, I would
I
agree
kind
with
of
that.
disagree with that.
I agree with
but
that.
anyways,
No,
I think
I agree with that.
the coaching will now show.
it's Pedro
and you'll
Neto.
see
You
that
mean
the
you mean
results-
Pedro Neto? Pedro Neto is the one that you be talking about.
No, Pedro Neto has
I
a
think
push, but I think Palmer has.
I
most of
agree
their-
with Jude, but I disagree
goals
with your
and-
reasons. I think it's because Liverpool have better players, like have a better team than Chelsea. So if Salah is not scoring, then Jota, then as you were saying, Jota hasn't even played. Then Nunes
Liverpool
can
has a
score.
good- maybe 15
What is
players.
this other
but not
guy
25
named
man.
Diaz?
No way.
Can score.
But even
Johnny
counter
Boy-
my argument, even Jackson is playing better this season as well. I think that's also a sign of coaching. But anyways,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it is.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
Caicedo is finally
But
balling.
I think
He's
Caicedo
able to.
had. It was just
Cucurella is playing the best football of his life.
no, but he started it from. That's why I
No,
said.
Cucurella has always been good.
No. That's why I said Pochettino. We started seeing it from Pochettino because Coquelin started playing well from Pochettino towards the end. Chelsea picked up. That's what people forget. That's why I don't want to criticize Pochettino too much because towards the end of his tenure, Chelsea started picking
No,
up.
Johnny Boy, staying with you, right? Let's use this to segue into another manager that we haven't talked about yet. But he has been in the league for 6 years or so now. Studied at the feet of one of the best managers in the Premier League.
Just like Enzo
And-
Maresca, by the way. Yes.
And was considered to be, the prince next in line, basically just next in line to dethrone the former king. But two usurpers have come that we just discussed now, Maresca and Slot. Put that in perspective because I know you're not fully on the Arteta till we die train. So
Nah.
let's just put it in perspective. How does that make you think about your own manager, right? The fact that like these two guys have come in first year, if they're able to win something, would that make you reflect on your feelings towards Arteta, how you assess his legacy at Arsenal,
Is
or it
my
doesn't really
feelings for
matter?
Ateta
He's
is
still
not
a
going
better
to change.
coach.
My feelings for Ateta was not going to change because I've always said it right from the moment, from the beginning. The coach is just an employee of the club. If Ateta doesn't, whether Maresca wins, he doesn't win. If Ateta doesn't win me something this year, he has to go because me, I'm not Ateta in, Ateta out. Me, I perform or you leave. There's nothing like that. You always get somebody that is better than you. All this one, who is going to be better? Amorim was not available, but Man U went, paid the money for him, and they got him. The same thing for Potter. Potter wasn't available when Chelsea got him. Chelsea went to Brighton. Brighton told them how much it's going to cost. They got him.
No,
So
but Johnny Boy, the question is, how do you assess Arteta's legacy, right? So if he ends up not
if he ends
winning
up not
a
winning
trophy
anything,
this season,
his legacy is tainted now. Like let me take a phrase from a famous, I don't know, you know, Kenny Ken. Kenny Ken said, Arsenal fans, they are taking moments over actual victories. What you remember for Arteta will be moments. He gave us moments. Oh, we almost won the league. By the end of the day, it
Yeah,
stands
you
for
won
nothing.
my
It
with
stands
two
for nothing.
quarters.
You didn't win the league. That's the most important thing that Saka and Odegaard and Martinelli and Saliba also see at the end of the day is what? Trophies and medals. Not, oh,
so
I almost won the league.
don't let it be said. Don't let it be said that it can be objective. So let me offer some pushback, right? So what I think I hear you saying, um, and the reason why I brought up the Ten Hag example in comparison to Maresca is because and when I'm arguing against Chelsea fans, I feel like we've seen this Maresca performance before. We've seen managers come in their first season, they don't win, but they push the envelope. They have a revolution. Blah blah blah. The real what's hard in Premier League is to do it again next year and to do it again the year after that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And to do it again the year after the year after that, while also raising your levels basically because competition is getting
Tougher.
harder, right? That's the ultimate genius of Sir Alex. That's what Pep is finally tearing his head about because he has done it upward to a point, but that extra step of okay, we're going again next year. They almost ran Jurgen Klopp mad basically and ran him out of the league. So I mean, how do you consider the fact that Arteta has been doing this for a couple of years now at pretty much the highest level? Is it really worth now throwing that all the way for a trophy?
Yeah,
What we
because
call a
because
shiny
at the end of the
object?
day, like the end of the day, this I give example of Liverpool when they hired Brendan Rodgers. Liverpool played exciting football. They almost won the league. And what happened? He couldn't take them to the final hurdle to pass the final lap. What did they do? They went to get Klopp, and Klopp did that. So that's why I said Ateta could beat our Brendan Rodgers. And
No, no, but under what
there's
circumstance was Rogers sacked? I think Rogers they were like fourth, or they weren't
The
like.
next season, the
no, but
next
that was the
season,
next season. That's what that
they
was the
sacked.
next season they sacked him.
The season where
This
Gerrard slipped was the
was the year
last
they almost
season.
won the
The
league,
season they almost
2014,
won.
which was 2014. And there's no shame in saying that. I'm not saying Ateta is so good. He's definitely a good manager. He has shown it. But at the end of the day,
He can go to the Scottish League
he
like Brendan
he might
Rodgers.
just be Arsenal's Brendan Rodgers, whereby he cannot take us to the promised land. And there's no harm in that. That's just the pure fact. But at the end of
And
the day, you have to see
and
the big picture.
do you think your argument is buttressed in any way by the success of Slots in 1 year or Maresca if he's
It's true
successful in 1 year?
to an extent, because all this process and shit, it just shows me that there's not like process. Just fucking coach
Hmm.
your players well, and you're good. There's not like
Okay.
process is just PR, like
There's
just
nothing for CCAs.
there's nothing
Now
like
you're entering
process.
seventh year.
It's not like process.
Dr. Toes,
Because
you be like,
because
see?
because if there's a process, guess what? Arteta by now should have had everything. Should have gotten his strikers by now. We're in his fifth year. So by now, Arsenal should have had strikers.
Hmm.
And that's another problem I have with him, that he's too stubborn. That's one thing I noticed. That he's too
Hmm.
stubborn. And he doesn't think. For instance, against Fulham,
What they say that
Seventh
why
man
would you take
disposes,
out?
God proposes.
seventh
Why
year is
would
the
you?
perfect
Why
This
would
number.
you?
is
Like, you
That's the
literally
year.
have Tierney, a
Seventh year.
left back in your team, right? Why are you not playing? Like, if you have the small boy, MSK, like you played him today, why did you play him against Fulham? And then leave him back
People should have given us
and then play But why you take that party is literally Arsenal's best midfielder. He's literally our best midfielder. So why you take him out? It's like a weakening the midfield just to cover the back. So it's as if he's more concerned about the defense than actually scoring. So I don't understand. Every season is changing. First, the season almost won the league 2 years ago. We're so attacking minded. Every gone who I think it affected him when Saliba went down, started conceding goals. It affected him. So he was like, okay, you know what? No, we have to go back to defense now. And then last season, went more defensive. And then luckily for him, last season, from January, he started scoring a lot of goals. Now this season, now he has doubled down. He has tweaked it back, making us extra defensive now again. So it's almost as if you're doing why play MSK? Stop changing, stop shifting players from their positions.
Dr.
One
Toes,
fucking guy and just it's annoying.
I think I think the conversation we're having is probably for me the most interesting conversation in football now, right? What to do with these managers who are good, doing well, competing, but they are in leagues where there is a Man City, for example, and the Man City
And also,
is
I will also
just
say something.
running away
Another reason why you
with
cannot just
everything.
keep on keeping Arteta is because, like somebody said, you don't know what's going to happen next season. I always say, City, Liverpool might get
Right.
better again next season. Amorim might get better next season. Liverpool, Chelsea, Maresca might improve again.
That's
Nobody
when you
knows.
sack him. That's when you sack him. When you get
Man
better.
City,
Yeah,
Man,
no, that's
Man,
that's
The
Man City,
70,
Man,
you can never
Man
tell what
City,
will happen. It's a
Man City
perfect number.
Man City definitely come back next season. So those chances that you cannot be taking such chances. That's the reason why you cannot just sit
this
back
is
and say,
but I
He'll
mean,
buy the striker next season. He'll buy striker
again,
next
I
season.
would let Dr. Toves,
yeah, but it might be too
argue
late.
for the
That's
other
my point.
side,
It might be too late. That's the
but I
point.
can imagine that a response to your argument, Johnny Boy, will simply be that that's not the time to sack your strong manager who has successfully competed with all these teams through various iterations of them.
Yeah, but
It's not
doing
when you
what?
think they're going to
Doing
get
what?
stronger.
You
Doing
bring
what?
in Feyenoord manager. Feyenoord manager will help them to win
Yeah.
the.
That's slot now. That's slot.
There's no science. No, which is what Liverpool did now, right? But Dr.
Yeah.
Toes, I mean,
But
I
slot is
know
not
that
a
you
winner.
disagree
Slot
with
is a
Johnny
winner
Boy,
now.
right?
Slot is a winner.
No, the new one now. You bring him in.
Slot
Or
Slot
PSV
won the
manager.
league.
You bring him
Slot won the league with Feyenoord in Dutch league. So that's like using like somebody like
Yeah,
Tottenham to win
so,
the
so
league.
we'll bring the new winner. Whoever wins the Dutch league next, you just bring them to to us now, right? But like, Dr. Toes, I know you disagree with Johnny Boy, but I'm curious, like, how do you think about this conversation, right? I mean, I know currently you trust Arteta, you believe in him, but like as a matter of principle, right? Because it seems like finally everybody will be able to breathe with Man City. Somebody else might win the league this season, maybe 115 charges. We can finally see road. So maybe power can be shifting from one end to the other. But like, how do you think of like the legacy of the past 5 years or so of Arteta's competition, especially if somebody else comes now, Maresca or Slot, to win it this year?
Well, first of all these your questions are trap and
I
hook, line,
know.
and sinker. I was just laughing. I was looking at Johnny Boy
These are honest.
as
These are honest
he was
questions.
answering the question very, very seriously, and Jude is just there laughing his head off.
No, but because
He's having the
I
best
don't do
time
my
of his
style.
life.
in.
What?
But
Uh,
Here I thought I was having an enriching conversation. Like,
No,
keep
he's just
thinking.
asking how you feel.
But just like you say, I will treat your question as a serious question and attempt to answer it. But I'll start by saying my assessment of Arteta is wrong.
okay.
Okay.
So you don't trust him. You don't trust and believe in him.
I don't think about football that way. I've said this many times here, right?
Which kind of bobo you want to give us
It's
now?
not a boba. I'm saying it's consistency.
Business.
You don't trust the manager. You don't trust this man. You don't trust Arteta.
I have somebody you
don't
can
make
trust. I have somebody
I
you can
don't
trust.
make decisions. I don't influence decisions. The club does what the club does. The same way
I'm not talking about
like,
whether or not you influence
wait,
decision.
let me. You
Do
see,
you as
again,
an Arsenal
I'm going to
fan-
answer your question now. Let me answer.
Do you
your
as an
question
Arsenal
now.
fan
Let me
trust
give you. Let me give
your
you a
current
question.
manager
Let
and
me
have
give
faith
you
in
the
him?
answer to my question now. You want there's an answer you want me to say. If you know my answer, say it then.
No, your answer is either
now,
yes.
it's like-
Your answer is either yes,
No,
I
let me-
trust him,
well, there's-
and
there's
here is
some-
why.
Well, there are
Or
some
no, I
questions.
don't trust
There are
him,
some
and here is
questions
why.
that are no yes or no's.
No.
We have closed question
Okay.
and open-ended questions. Your question is a banter question, so it's an open-ended question.
It's not a
So-
matter question.
No.
As
Okay,
I am
ask me
saying,
if I trust. Ask me if I trust my manager. Ask me if I trust Amorim and
I
believe
was
in
I
him.
was getting there. At the beginning of this episode, when I introduced you, you said, as a Man United fan, you trust whoever the manager is, or you support. You said trust. You say you support whoever the manager is.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't make decisions on managers. I'm not going to hire Arteta. I'm not going to fire Arteta. But while he is here, I will take him beating you guys all day, every day. I will take the 4 wins in a row against Manchester United. I will take that you guys have not finished above Arteta or Arsenal. Apart from his first 2 seasons, I don't think you guys have done anything. You guys are winning the cups and you're happy.
What does that have to do with the fact that
and you're satisfied?
Or Maresca might win a Premier League trophy before Arteta.
When it happens, we talk. Okay, but I don't I'm not a genie. I don't know the future. I can only talk based on facts.
This is.
What's your expectation as a fan, as an Arsenal fan?
My expectation, I've already told you, based on what I saw at the start of the season and the transfer window, I said we are going to finish 3rd. That was my prediction.
You can't possibly be serious now.
And I said second though.
No cup anywhere.
Yeah, no, come on.
The cups and the trophies is a matter of the tie. What happens on the day? Okay. Right now, we smashed you guys at the Emirates 2-0. You guys had no shot. You guys had only 3 attempts on target through set pieces, but you're unable to convert. You had no corner kicks. We had 13 corner kicks. We had 2 set pieces that was scored in the league. So, but we're meeting you guys again in the FA Cup. Right? This current match, you guys were not up for it. Right? You gave us possession. But in a one-off game, in the FA Cup, you might decide to rise. Rashford might decide to go and eat Okpa and, start shooting on target. You don't know what's going to happen in the FA Cup. The FA Cup and the League Cup and those cups, it's difficult to predict. But one thing I know for sure, the league where managers are hired and sacked, managers don't get hired and sacked if they win cups or not. Because you guys, your managers have won cups, they're still sacked. The reason why they are sacked is because of league position. So
let him get his reflections off.
I will always take a manager that is doing his best.
So that's a long-winded way of saying that yes, you do trust and believe in Arteta.
Those words have never left my mouth. Those words have never left my mouth, and I've not said I trust because there is nothing. There's nothing to trust.
Wait till February.
There's nothing to trust.
Of course, there is something to trust now. That's data. Literally, you're answering you're rephrasing your own statement when you say there's nothing there to trust but the data. That's the whole point of data.
I didn't say but the data. I was going to. I've not finished my statement because the data says that Mr. Arteta, the Mikel, cannot go on a 15-16 match run. So I don't trust that, But again, back to my initial point, I don't hire the manager. I don't sack the manager. No. Whatever crunchy sports entertainment decides to do, it is what it is.
So first of all, it's a cop.
But whoever manager that is going to replace Arteta has to follow the benchmark. Please continue smashing Manchester United.
He's not going to answer. Yes.
How would you feel if Maresca wins the league?
I don't know. Let it happen, and I'll tell you how I feel.
No, he has cut himself like a huge get out of jail free box that he can just step into.
How will you feel as well if Maresca or Slot wins the league? Because your manager is also a new manager.
It's not a hard.
How will you feel? How would you feel if Leicester?
It's not a hard question to answer.
How would you feel if Leicester finish above Manchester United?
Devastated.
It's not going to happen.
I will be devastated. I will be upset. I will be very upset. Right? Obviously, it depends on where we finish. So if we finish 3rd and they finish 2nd, then no wala. But if you finish 16th and they finish 14th.
You finish 13th and you finish 10th.
That's a problem. That's a major problem. Because for me, I'm not accepting.
That's a league problem.
It's a league problem, right? And I'm not accepting this whole narrative of
everybody in the league.
That's a free run. That's not like free run. You can't have a free run.
Yeah, free run. Yes. And that's why I'm calling BS or what Dr. Toes is saying.
No, we need
why it's kind of
you need to put that limit to where you have to say, okay, either the board or Arteta has to take the blame for your lack of trophies or success for the
It's a
past
joke
season.
now.
Like as a manager,
Good.
doesn't he want to win a trophy and have a testament like to show for it?
Ask
He
them.
does.
Ask them. Don't you want
He
to win
does.
trophy, Dr.
He
Toes?
has a trophy.
Don't you want
The
They
to
want
win
to,
manager-
they want to because
The
they want to
manager
win titles.
does, but
Johnny
the
Boy said he
manager
wants
is not silly. The manager knows the environment that he's working in. Do you think that Brighton's manager don't want to win a trophy? But he knows the
He's
environment
okay.
he's working in.
He's not expecting that much, but he knows he cannot be
You're
more
not.
than that.
You're not gonna.
environment.
You're not gonna get away with that.
When Patrick Vieira was the manager of Crystal Palace and they got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, do you think he didn't want to win a trophy? Are you saying that's the same situation?
No. So let's not use want. Let's not use want about it.
No,
Arteta's-
that's been in the cup. You say you can't judge cup, right? So we are judging the league.
No,
The
you're
league-
saying
out of
you're saying
all
that
the
managers don't
teams.
like. There's a manager that don't want to win. Like Brighton one is not expecting. Come on, he
Brighton
would like
is
to
not
win
expected
too.
now. It's just like Leicester. They
league?
cannot give. They cannot.
No, like
What are we-
win a
Leicester
trophy. He said
expectation to
trophy. Win
the
a
league.
trophy. He said.
No, they cannot expect Leicester to win the league. They can only expect him to win.
We're talking
as
about
much
the
as
league.
possible.
We're talking about the English Premier League, right? The
English
Arsenal
League,
came.
not cup.
The Arsenal came second for twice.
Okay.
99 points.
Okay. What was he trying to go for? If he's not
Okay.
trying to win the league.
Okay.
Then is it making changes towards winning?
Is it the
The
one
next
making all the
season.
again? You're coming to my decision. Is it the one? Is it the
Are
one
you-
making
are you
all
on
the
the
decisions?
path?
It's not
How
going
do
to
you
part of
assess
the-
it? Wait, so how do you assess the trajectory?
Wait, it's not part of the decision making in your team.
How I assess the situation is if he wants a forward, they give him Sterling and then he's putting him on the bench. You know,
Jemo, I have a
he
suggestion
signed.
for
He wanted a left-sided eight. They gave him Fabio Vieira. The next season, he shipped him to Portugal. Right. That's how I assess the man's desire.
I'm asking you, how do you
No,
assess
Jemo,
the trajectory?
I have
of-
somebody for them. I have somebody. If they
Osimhen.
sack him this season, there's one ex-Arsenal player who is already in the Dutch league, leading the league. They can go for Van Persie.
The has relegation.
No, he's the one leading PSV.
You carry God to that
You know. Speaking about PSV, there was one ex-PSV manager that became your assistant, and when he took over you guys,
that was it.
Don't be spreading false narrative. Your boy,
You can carry Van Persie now. Is it Dutch league?
Harry Vin, not PSV, Harry Vin.
And
No, but
that's,
let's-
ladies and gentlemen,
let's go
that's
back
how
to Dr.
you
Toes.
stop Man United fans from bantering you.
No. Let's go back to Dr. Toves' this thing. Because it wasn't even banter, right? But like I think, and it's just an example of just how I think sensitive this Arsenal situation is, right? Is that like it wasn't banter, but you're just so conscious of not boxing yourself into a situation where you can be bantered.
No, I
So
have
you're not
said
even,
my
you're not
mind.
even allowing yourself.
I have
allowing yourself
I've
to-
given you my answer since day one of ROP podcast. You can go back and see.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
not
Actually,
changed
like,
my stance.
what's this
is
guy
the
that
way-
went before Nigerian Senate?
This is the way I see football, and no matter how many times how much you push me, it's not going to stop me from changing how I say it. Right?
No,
I
the
am a different kind of fan. That's what I'm going to say.
Let's narrow down the question. So you already agreed that at the beginning of the season, Arteta's objectives, not just his desire, but his objectives would have been to win the league.
No,
That's the
his
trajectory.
desire.
Not just his desire, his objective.
No, his
as the
desire.
Arsenal manager going into this season, his goal
You
was to
don't
win the
know
league.
that, because if that was his
We do.
if that was his objective,
We
they
know
don't
that.
give him a new contract.
We know that. We
No,
know
we
that
don't
his
know
objective
that.
this season
The contract,
was to win
the
the
contract
league.
situation says otherwise.
What do you mean?
Because you only give contracts to reward your manager for achieving
No.
what they have done.
Okay.
So
And
he has achieved in the mind of the Kroenkes, he has achieved his target. So they're rewarding him with a pay rise.
right. And then the
So
pay
that's
rise
important.
is,
That's why I'm saying the
pay
objective.
rise is also
For him to
accompanied.
maintain the same target.
Pay rise is accompanied by increased objectives now. No, if they promote
It's
you,
easy to maintain the
your-
same target. Coming second.
Abi? No, now if they promote you, it's to for new target now. It's for
But
a
he's
higher
not promoted.
target.
He's been rewarded for. He's given a commission
contract now in football.
for achieving.
As a manager,
for achieving
what else
his
do they want to
objectives.
give you? Manager of sporting director.
My brother, we are all business people. You're all business people, right? You don't just give people money for the sake of giving people money. You give people money because you have added money to your business. And it's bringing in money to your business. They're giving him extra money to keep him sweet.
That's bonus.
Not
That's
bonus for
bonus.
performance. Giving a
Not
new
not
contract
new
is we
contract.
believe in you to take us to the next level. That's
Because
what
new
it
contract
means.
is
No,
forward
no, no, no,
looking.
no, no,
I'm
no, no.
bumpering
We
it.
believe in you to
Congratulate
we
you more.
believe in you to keep
If
doing what you're doing, so that nobody else can come and take you away from us.
wait, believe in, if they sack Arteta today, Arsenal will have to pay him. Arsenal will have to pay him a fee. That fee is the present value of all his future possible income,
Yeah.
right? So the
No,
increased
because
salary, it's not just for the past.
Okay,
It's
let's
all
follow
the
again.
above.
Let's work with data. When Arsene Wenger was sacked, was it not coming towards the end of his contract anyway?
What are you getting at?
I'm just getting to say that the way you guys are coming from the outside looking in. We that we are Arsenal fans that know how the cronkies work.
no,
We are not thinking the same way.
no,
we're saying you're giving that pay rise or new contract with an expectation. They
My
can't be
brother,
giving the
somebody
target
finished
for them.
eighth.
That's it.
But somebody finished eighth.
wait,
They
Johnny Boy,
they gave me a
Johnny
contract.
Boy,
Do you think that
this
Atletico giving
Dr. Toves is trying
this
to
guy
be
contract is just for him
Let me
to
give you
come in
another
and-
example.
No.
he's
What
trying to
was
be
the
cute.
answer?
Let's
What was
let's
the-
Let me
see
give you an
Arsenal fan.
example. Let me give you an example.
What
Two
was
seasons
Arteta's
ago-
objective going into this
Let
season?
me tell you.
2024,
2 seasons ago-
2025 season.
two
Let's hear from the other
seasons
Arsenal fan now.
ago.
Wait, hold on. Dr. Toves.
No, let me give you the example and I'll hand off. Just let me give you the example and I'll hand
He
off.
wants to give
Let
me
me
wants
give
to
you
give me
the
eye neck.
example. Let me just give you the example. Let me just give you the example. 2 seasons ago, we were top of the league. But when Arteta mathematically qualified for Europa League, they gave me a contract. Right? If the owner's objective was for him to win the league, they'll wait for him to win the league and then give him a contract. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So that's the precedence I'm working with, and I'm done.
No, but that's the wrong assessment of the sequence of events.
That's my
right?
assessment. Sorry, I'm wrong, Ogasa.
Johnny Boy,
Yeah.
from your perspective, what was Arteta's objective coming into this 2024-2025 season?
So there are two objectives. The club has their own, and I have my own as a fan. My own objective was
Oga,
we had to win
what
the league.
was Mikel Arteta's objective? What
I'm
was
telling
Mikel
you,
What's the
Arteta's
club?
Club-
What's the
objective?
club's
Okay,
objective?
if I'm judging from what I saw during transfer window, the objective was to just get Champions League. Challenge City, challenge City, and challenge
Challenge City for what? For
the
Ringa
league.
Ringa Rosie. What are you challenging them for?
For the league, challenge them. Yeah, but not if you win the league, fine.
We've done this
But
analysis
They
here
just want to
before.
challenge City. No,
2
they can
seasons
challenge
ago, we
City for top
finished
four.
second. Manchester
challenge
City finished first.
Yes.
Manchester City for winning the league got £196 million. Arsenal for finishing second got £191 million. You're a business person. What's the difference in 5 million?
No, but you yourself know that there's prize money that comes with actually lifting the trophy, right? In addition
Yes.
to the prestige value.
This
that
was
is
the aggregate, what they got overall in the season. 196 for winning the league, 191 for finishing second. Okay, so a business person, an American capitalist, is not looking, for the extra 5 million, I was going to spend 200 million. Like, come on.
but
we are the Arsenal. I think me and Johnny Boy have already told you what the Cronkies think, but you just want us to answer a different
You're
question.
introducing a red herring, right? This is it's a legal tactic, right? We're talking about one thing. You now introduce something else entirely
No, but
to
we're not
distract us
telling you.
from the issue.
We're telling you the fact.
No, because
We're
you're
telling
trying to
you
say
how
that
our owners were thinking. Our owners think.
What they're trying to say
When
now
you guys
is that
wanted to
somebody
sell, when you guys were
people should
wanted
just buy for top
Ed
four.
Woodward out and those people
Let me
were
ask
telling you things from the outside. You didn't
No,
listen because
no,
you know your
based
club. You're the
on-
one
no,
that knows
based
how
on
to
that
do it.
transfer
clubs
window.
just buy for top four instead of going for the league.
No, I'm saying.
what is even worse than that, Jude? What he's saying is that the only way you can know if somebody aim to win the league is if they actually won the league in the end, right? That's the only way you can know
That's
that
what I'm.
somebody
No.
plans
That's
to
why.
win.
That's
You will
what I
do
said.
all it takes for them to win
Thank
the
you.
league.
Thank you.
Oga.
There is no such thing as all it takes to win the league because a variety of teams have won the league under different circumstances. The way Liverpool did, what Liverpool did to win the league is not the same
Leicester.
thing that Man City did, not the same that Leicester
It's the
did,
same thing.
not
The
the same thing that Chelsea
Chelsea.
did.
The same thing.
So there's no rule book.
But okay,
There's no
no.
rule
What
book. That's why I'm
Liverpool
calling
is no,
it a-
that's
that's why I'm
not
calling
it.
it a red herring.
The only
A distraction.
anomaly is Leicester.
That's it. Only
That's
Leicester.
the anomaly. Liverpool spend lots of money.
Money.
City spend lots of money.
Money.
Chelsea spend lots
Just-
of money. United
Sorry,
spend lots of
excuse
money.
me.
Arsenal spend lots of money.
Excuse me, where does Arsenal rank on the spending list of the top clubs? Are you not in the top 5? Have you not spent money? What are we talking about now?
No, spend
Has
money on the
Arsenal-
right.
Arsenal
Spend
spent-
money on the right
Hold on.
player.
Last season. What do we spend?
Okay.
Right
No,
players.
okay. So the You people, this
No. So
Arsenal,
okay,
this
look
Arsenal
at
is
it
not
now.
good.
You mentioned Liverpool,
You
right?
see,
The
they
season
are,
remember the season they took.
Let's
they are
start.
looking for
They had
they are looking for
90, they
every
had 99
technicality
points,
to get
and
out.
City had 100. That was where they bought the
What I'm
Alisson and
trying
Van
to
Dijk. That
They
was
are
what
looking for
Arsenal was
every
supposed to do this
technicality
season,
to absorb themselves
which is what
from
we
winning
saw.
wait,
them,
We
but
saw
that's
this
what
wait.
I
season.
You
want.
mean like 100 million signing of Declan Rice,
No, I didn't say last year. I said this
or
season.
Oh, signing Lenioro, Ugarte, Delete. Who else
yeah,
did you guys
yeah.
sign in
Not
one
100
in one
million.
season?
So
Please.
thank you for helping further contradict your own points, right? That
So
you
while
can
we are
spend
No,
signing
money,
no,
them
no,
to win
no.
the
you
league,
can
If
spend
it's
money
if it's
and not
based on
and not
if it's
be
based on
planning to
how
win
much
the
that he
league.
spent, if it's based on how much that he spent,
You
then
guys are the
you
one
guys
that
should be your
introduced
objective is to
spending
win the
now.
league too.
You're the one that introduced
Because you have
spending
spent
to the
you have spent
No,
1
no,
conversation.
billion. You have spent 1
You're,
billion
you're
since
the
Arteta
one
has
that
been here. You spent
introduced
1
spending to
billion.
the
Why are you guys not
conversation.
winning the league every year?
Hey.
Pep is always telling you guys
I
you're
said
spending more money than them. You guys don't have the
spending money
objective
in
to
the
win
right
the
way. That's
league.
what I said.
You're the one that introduced spending into the
No,
conversation.
now you talking.
Now, Johnny Boy wants to add an extra complexity by saying spending money in the right way, right? That's how you show that you mean to win the league when you spend money in the right way. How will we judge what is the right way if not after the fact?
No,
Like,
no,
how many
you know,
players have been bought?
Exactly. That's why you can't tell me if Maresca win the league. I don't know yet until after the fact.
True.
Okay, so the bottom line here is that we all know, despite the rigmaroling that Arsenal fans are trying to do, we all know
Don't
that
mind them.
Arsenal's objective coming into this season was to challenge
To get top
for
four and go finish high in the Champions
not
League.
to get top four,
No, to
not
challenge,
to get top
for the
four.
title, challenge for
Your
something.
objective was to challenge for the title
just challenge
and
everywhere.
prevail
I
and
wouldn't say
win, which is
prevail.
why
Prevail is going over the
and
line.
At the
prevail,
end of the season, we will answer
which is
whether we
why-
challenge or we did not challenge.
which is why
But
your
for now,
manager
we don't
had.
know whether we are challenging or not challenging. I beg.
Which is
All
why
this
your
one we are
club
saying if but and
embarked on-
We're
maybe.
not challenging
You want us to
that.
predict
Which is
the
why
end of the.
your
You
club
want us to predict the end
embarked
of the
on
film when the film
a
will never
surgical
even
transfer
start.
strategy of going after shoring up key defensive positions because your manager had a clear plan of how he was going to win the league this season.
How he's
He
going to
was
play
going
this
to-
season?
Plan
Play,
was
How he
play,
was
not
going to
win.
win the
best form
league.
of
Play,
attack.
play.
How he was going to win the league this
Defense
season.
is the best form of attack. That's
Because
what
See,
you
this is what
realize
happens.
that-
This is what happens when people spend lots of money, sack
see
new
no results.
manager,
Don't see no
think that the
results.
new manager is going to beat the old manager, and then they lose. You begin to affect their thinking. You begin to
Okay.
analyze and think, figure out Arsenal Arteta. We're living rent free in your head. So I'm happy Arteta should stay just to keep making you guys think
we're
like this
having
every
the
week.
conversation.
we're
now
happy
in
to
the-
have him.
We're having
We're
the
happy to
conversation
have
in
him.
the moments now,
See,
right?
their voice don't calm down.
We're meeting in
Arteta,
We're having the
we're meeting in
conversation
January now.
Arteta power.
We
Arteta
want him
power.
to be there.
No, it's just I hope the people that are listening understand the scope of things. That Arsenal, having set their hopes too high of winning the league, now have to settle for beating Man United.
Nobody
So
says their hope.
No, we've always
you can
settled for
tell-
beating Man United.
You can tell from
We
Dr.
have
Tobes and Johnny
settled.
Boy. That,
I have said,
you know,
I, Dr. Toast.
their main
I like
achievement,
the-
I
their
have
main
settled.
achievement this season now
I,
like the
Dr.
fact that
Toast,
we all-
have
we all
settled for
did
beating
Their main
Manchester
achievement
United.
is to
is that
spend
they beat
100
Manchester United.
200 million and beat Manchester United.
We
That's
all
Beat
give
Manchester
us,
United.
and none of us predict.
Beat them.
This is
But some people
this
here
is the
predict
part
that
where
United will
you
win.
insert
Beat them.
when you insert that sad music. For the Arsenal fans. Let's play.
A little caveat.
Let's play
Yes.
gentle
Some people
violin.
here said that he was going
There's
to win.
only
But they are
one group
13th.
of fans that are pained in this conversation.
They
Beat
said
them.
they're going to win the league,
Beat,
but they are 13th.
beat
Just so
them.
you know.
It's not. It's,
Make
it's,
it 5 times in a row, January 11th.
Yes,
Beat them.
there's not
Okay.
Man U fans on this
That
conversation
is not far.
can
It's
answer
just 3 weeks from
answered
now.
every question, can answer any question you want to ask.
When you guys were
direct.
beating Arsenal, when you're beating Arsenal back
When
up and
it's-
down,
when
when you guys
it's
not
Arsenal-
happy,
We weren't happy. We weren't happy beating
we
you.
beat them.
We were not happy beating you. It's not achievement.
That
was just like-
beat them.
I think we're happy
It was
right
just like
now
a
also.
beat
I
them.
think we're happy right now also.
In
United fans,
13th,
we're
beat them.
comfortable.
Beat them again.
We're
Home
yeah,
and
yeah,
away,
you
beat
beat
them.
from our manager.
You're happy that
We've
on
been
your
happy
level
you
now.
ask us, we
We
can
were
answer.
just-
Your level
when we were-
says
when we were-
Tottenham,
we're happy you were coming forth
Newcastle them.
and dragging with the fourth.
Exactly. Now there's no need to be dragging with 8 and 13th. Please.
So they're
Let's move on.
dragging. I guess that's why they dropped points. They were challenging City. So City came. City dropped. So they started dropping. They're not
We
looking
are
at the time.
challenging we're challenging the
They're
title.
following
Well,
City.
We
I think
are challenging
like
who will go
wherever
for the
City
title.
They're looking for. If
Wherever
City
Man
beats
City
you,
goes, they're following.
Yeah, beat Man
But
City,
you
that's
know,
all.
the manager brought Zinchenko and Jesus.
So there are two
Anything that City
objectives.
do.
So there are two objectives for Arsenal: win Man U and try and challenge City. Anywhere that if City
Anywhere
is
City
7,
end up.
try and be 6.
Are you guys are challenge? You guys are challenging for Europe. I think you are with Tottenham, isn't it?
And
Please.
Newcastle, West Ham, them. That's why your mates.
Exactly.
It's
Please
very-
let's
it's very-
predict for next season.
You guys are the
Since you guys have ginger and
first guessing
power
of the
and
league.
mouth, Manchester City, Manchester United. Your prediction, please. That same chest and alacrity when they use to analyze Arsenal.
2-1
Give
Man
us
City.
your prediction.
2-1 Man City.
About the Amorim.
First time I'm ever predicting a United loss.
Why now? Back it. But City are in a
back your manager
poor
now,
form. They've lost.
No, I
2-1
mean,
Man U.
I'll tell you what I expect to see from the game now, right? And if we win, I would love it. But I think we're going to see something similar to what we saw against Nottingham Forest and what we saw against Arsenal.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
We'll be comfortable. We'll be comfortable in possession. We'll probably dominate possession. We'll look solid in defense.
Off possession.
We'll be comfortable in possession. First half
possession.
against Arsenal, we played most of the half in your half. We watched the
Just
same
passing
game.
around.
Wait. What did you do in the half? What were you doing in the
Yeah,
half?
so what you would say, is that the possession was held mostly within our centre backs, right? But don't say we didn't have possession or was off the ball. We had possession. So what I'm saying is that I expect to see the same thing against City, where we kind of
passing.
have possession, passing, comfortable on the ball, but without much to do up front. I don't really see us scoring too many goals, this weekend or in the coming. And I think that's what
people
will
are
kill
saying
us.
that Man City defenders like John Stone is now Johnny Gravel. You don't
The
think that
thing about
Zexi
being
is
And
going
they're leaking goals.
thing about being a big
It's his own objective.
the thing about being a big club like Man U is that everybody always puts in their best performance against us, right? So against Man U is a cup final. So I expect.
But you
all
guys
the
under
players
Ten
to-
Hag. You guys under Ten Hag. You were smoking Man City, no?
The new manager, new
Yeah.
style of play.
No new manager.
Maybe you should have waited to sack
We're not
Ten
yet
Hag.
there.
Anyways,
New manager pass about
Jude,
Ten
what's
Hag
your prediction? Jude, your prediction.
I'll go against Shegun. I think 2-1 or 3-1 in favor of Man U. 2-1.
There's no or. Which one?
2-1. I'll give Man U 2-1.
And then Johnny Boy.
City 2-1.
City 2-1 as well. I'm going 1-1.
I want to go for draw,
The
but
good
because
result.
you pushed me, so I want to
No,
go for
no.
the-
You must stick to your United. Back
That's
your
like-
team. Back your team.
I'm
Big,
backing
big
it,
club like you
why
guys.
would I back
Come
it?
on. You need to start climbing at some point.
We
At
need
some
to
point,
win,
your
so I'm
performance has to
giving
turn
them,
to
yeah.
results.
Nothing.
Yeah. Please, Arsenal Everton, Johnny Boy. What are you saying?
Arsenal is home, right?
Yes.
3-0.
Wow, you have confidence like that. Okay. I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0 because Everton has had at least 2 weeks of rest now, basically. So they're going to give us trouble. And usually we score and then we sit back, see what the opposition is going to do. So 2-0. At least one set piece, just to piss off my United fans for fun, And then Jude, what's your prediction?
Try Everton.
Yes.
The first game of the day, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, on Saturday.
Yeah, I feel like I'll give Everton a draw.
All right.
0-0, 1-1,
Trying to figure out
2-2, 5-5.
If it ends 5-5, you should sack Arteta.
No, we'll sack him after January 11.
So that he can meet the objective.
Exactly.
Man,
I think 2-1.
Everton.
2-1 Everton.
Yeah.
Fuck, correct.
I want the upset. Let
No
me be
problem.
like you.
Sean, do you want to upset as well?
I don't think there's any chance of that happening. But I think Everton will score. 3-1. 3-1 Arsenal.
Okay. And then Fulham, Liverpool. Liverpool are on form, unbeaten in the Champions League. Only lost once in the Premier League. Fulham also purring. They drew against. They drew against United as well, no?
No, might be the
No, they won United.
Zexi.
1-0.
I think that's the one.
Zexi.
Okay, they drew with Tottenham. They drew with Arsenal in the last
sure?
couple of games.
Yeah, United beat them 1-0 now. Zexi, that was the first game was
Are you sure? I think they won us.
no,
But they're
you
at
won now.
Anfield. So I'm going.
Fulham.
It won't be some form. Oh. I'll go 2-1
That's
Liverpool.
first game of your season of the season now. Man, you put 1-0 Zexi.
Oh yeah. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
remember
was
now.
thinking
Yes,
like so.
annoying.
I'll put it a draw. Probably 2-2.
Okay.
It's Fulham's home, right?
No, Liverpool, Anfield.
Liverpool 3-1.
2-2. It will be a tough one. Fulham is not an easy team like that.
Fair enough. And Shell.
2-2 as well. I go with the draw.
These guys
So what
want
did you
Liverpool.
say?
You guys want to overtake Liverpool. All these
I
enemies.
said 2-2.
So what did you say?
2-1 Liverpool.
I wish for your results.
Don't change yours. No, copy.
I'm not changing. I say I wish for Shewti's. I wish for them Shewti's results, which is good.
You don't wish for my own.
It's not too.
And the
I
boys
guess-
they've said 2-2 now.
No, against you now. No wish for my own.
Does not happen. Now.
Everton. It will happen. You see it.
Please,
It's a shock.
Newcastle, Leicester, your former manager and Rude at St James's Park.
I think
Newcastle 2-1.
it'll be a wake up call for him. So 2-1 Newcastle.
I'll go the other way around. I think rude ball would prevail. Newcastle are like Tottenham, very inconsistent. I think they'll drop points. 2-1 Leicester.
My fear is more of the first half. I think Leicester loses composure in the first half.
Oh, no, Newcastle are on form in the first half,
And
but they can't score.
Newcastle picks it up in the first half.
So I'm going 2-2. Johnny boy, Newcastle, Leicester.
I said 2-1 Newcastle.
Okay. And then Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. I'll start with the Man United fans. Let's see if they have vengeance in their heart and enmity and hatred.
Watching Villa's game, I don't know if they'll carry that leg and come back to the league. But they've been impressive in the Champions League, so I'll probably give them a 2-1.
Okay.
A
2-1 Nottingham
2-1.
Forest.
I'll
Sure.
give Villa.
2-1 Villa, sorry.
I say 1-0 Forest.
1-0 Forest. Yes, for me, when Aston Villa plays well in the Champions League, they really do well at home. And they're also in a...
They're away. Are they home or away?
They're away at Nottingham Forest.
That's gonna be tough.
But Duran is on form. Chris Wood, that United should go for, is also playing well. Awoniyi versus Tyrone Mings. Please play Awoniyi, okay? That would be great. I also go 1-0 Nottingham Forest. And Johnny Boy.
I go with Aston Villa. 2-1. Aston Villa 2-1.
Okay. And Chelsea, Brentford, Cole Palmer FC, according to Jude. I say Pedro Neto FC.
Who is home?
Chelsea at home at the Bridge.
Probably another 3-2 or 3-1. Like, they'll just be scoring each other.
So, which one's your final prediction?
Chelsea is home. So 3-2.
3-2. I'm going for...
Sorry, give it 3-1. 3-1, sorry. 3-1.
3-1. Cole Palmer FC. I'm going for a 2-1 Chelsea. I think.
Or
Brentford will be
reduce mine to
tough.
2-1 because they are playing on Thursday. So reduce it to 2.
Yeah, but they're playing a second team on Thursday now. It doesn't matter. Kupama is resting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And 3-1 is okay.
Look, I know get plenty paper.
Sorry, 3-1. Just put 3.
Johnny Boy.
Chelsea is home. Coming off a 4-3 win away. 3-2.
And
Both of
then
them scored. That's the problem.
Shell.
I think Chelsea's Jazz ends this weekend. I'm going for Brentford to win. 3-1.
At Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Another
And then
another result I prefer.
But let's go play all at attack. Till they equalize.
Another result I would take.
Oh, right now.
Southampton, Tottenham, El Sakiko, Who's going to be fired after this weekend?
4-0, 4-1 or 5-1.
For who?
Who is at home?
Southampton.
Does it matter?
4-1, 4-1. So Tottenham. You know who he's going to. He cannot go to Southampton now.
Okay. No, I'm going for Southampton
I know.
2-1.
Who else do you want to go for?
And should be sacked. Oh no, keep him to January. To be fair,
3-1,
and
3-1
then sack
Tottenham.
him.
They won't sack him. They won't sack him. That's just the thing.
You said 3-1 Tottenham.
Yes.
Okay, and then show.
And I think the wheels are coming off from the Tottenham car. I think they're going to drop points. 1-1.
Okay, 1-1. Okay.
Everybody beats Tottenham.
That's all the
But
predictions.
drop
Let's
point.
just a quick reminder of everything we've said. So Arsenal Everton, I said 2-0. Jude said 2-1 to Everton. Johnny Boy says 3-0 Arsenal, and then Sheon 3-1 Arsenal. Liverpool Fulham, I predicted 2-1. Jude and Sheon went for 2-2, and Johnny Boy went for 3-1 Liverpool. Newcastle Leicester, I went for 2-2. Jude and Johnny Boy went for 2-1 Newcastle, and Sheon went for 2-1 Leicester. Nottingham Forest Aston Villa, me and Sheon went for 1-0 Nottingham Forest. And Aston and Jude and Johnny Boy went for 2-1 Aston Villa. Manchester United versus
I'm the only one that's different.
their boss man, Manchester City. I
That's a
went for a 1-1. Jude went for a 2-1 Manchester United, and then Johnny Boy and Shane went for 2-1 Manchester City. Chelsea Brentford. Sean predicted 3-1 Brentford, just because, why not?
Wow.
Johnny Boy went for a 3-2 Chelsea. Jude 3-1 Chelsea, and I went for a 2-1 Chelsea. And the final game we are predicting, Southampton Tottenham. I went for 2-1 Southampton. Sean went for 1-1. Johnny Boy went for 3-1 Tottenham, and Jude went for 4-1 Tottenham. You guys let us know your predictions as well in the comments below, and let us know what is the objectives of Manchester United and Amorim this season in the comment section.
I wish our
below
prediction
as
table-
What the
well.
objectives of Arteta?
prediction table.
Yeah.
I think this is more
Prediction
people
table, I know
Arteta
why you
than
want to see it. I think you've caught me now based on I've
Oh, I
not
didn't even
added
know,
it,
but
but
I didn't-
I
I
think you
just-
caught me now. Yeah, so it is what it is. Anyways, yeah. And we need to also decide what the loser is going to do for us, whether it's going to buy us lunch and everything. Who knows? Yeah.
It's true. Some people are just
Musa was
The loser will determines Arteta's next objective.
that one safe, dude.
Well, it's been fun, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please, if you did, kindly press the like button and press subscribe as well if you've never subscribed, because we really need it, and help us to grow, and share to like-minded people as well. And please, if you're an Arsenal fan, keep bantering Manchester United fans. As long as you keep
Let us know your
we keep
objectives.
shining.
Let us know your
Mark
objectives.
January
before you
11 on your
bother.
calendar.
We don't bother with people that don't have objectives.
This has been Run of Play Podcast. Until the next episode, take care, guys. Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.